the people have a simple life. Getting up, going to work or school, then getting back, having lunch, and blah, blah, blah. But I consider myself different. I mean, not that I don't go to school or anything like that. I do. But who wants to be a mad scientist? I do. Master of Ceremonies, for Toastmasters, and honorable, wonderful guests. Good evening.
Good evening.
I kind of liked my life when I was younger. Playing with my brothers and sisters, playing with my friends, nephews, hide and seek, you know, all these amazing games, those which are not available these days. Well, I did all of those. Well, let's just say most of it. I grew up in my mom's and brother's hands, enhanced with every hiccup they went through, and purpose of not having me in any trouble. And they used to alert me, they used to direct me to the right way, to avoid any possible mistake. But unfortunately, no one is perfect. And this guy you're looking at, oh, I'm sorry, Toastmaster you're looking at, had made a lot of mistakes. Well, half of them got covered by my parents and brothers, but the other half, I covered it all by myself, because I didn't have the nerve to tell them. And believe me, if I told them any of those, I wouldn't be standing here in front of you. I would be underground in the graveyard. One of my biggest mistakes was burning a car when I was 11 years old. Believe it or not, could you imagine such foolish? Let's see how it went. I went to a supermarket nearby. I bought myself a lighter and a bunch of straws. I put the straw in my mouth and started pretending that I'm smoking, just to feel mature. And I started walking around like a real man putting a fake mustache on. Then sadly, I saw an unlocked car. And I wish that I didn't see it. So again with the manning up thing, I got in the car, started to act like driving while doing this sound. On, what you looking at? That was the brake. So I took another straw, and this time I actually burned it, like having a real cigarette. So after a while, a man came up. He was the owner of the car. He pressed the button in his remote control to unlock the car. Beep beep. I was extremely shocked. Like, I opened my mouth. The straw fell on the seat, of course. The seat started to burning up. Then I went out. I didn't know what to do. I went home very fast. And I pretended that nothing happened. I started praying to God. But not to wish that God didn't see my face. To wish from God to send me a device to control time. And to get back there. I never knew what I did. So, what I'm referring to is, if any one of you asked any child, what would you ask from God if you were in that situation? He would say the obvious. He would say that I wish from God that God didn't see my face. Why did I say that? I mean, it's ridiculous, right? Just because I have a very wide imagination. And throughout my life, I developed it to higher levels. I don't know, maybe it's because of my love of science, or maybe it's just a gift from God. So my abilities in imagining and I can't waste time in thinking of things that is not important in my life, such as playing video games for a long time instead of playing the real football out there to clear up my head and to give me clear thoughts. So before 5 or 6 months, when I was in school, my routine was getting up early, going to school, and when I get back, I go to bed. But not for having sleep, for having a very important session. To me, imagining session. Then I thought, why do I waste time in thinking of things that are already available on the internet? I mean, why don't I go to the internet and try to learn from it? So I started seeking for science on it. And after a while, I became so obsessed about it for a lifetime long. So the only wish I wish from God now is to be a mad scientist. Well, I still want that device to control time though. So, am I insane or what? Back to you.